おっさん、修験たちはどこにいるんだ？
ねえ、怪我人に無理言うんじゃないよ。
冬郎だ。冬郎？
修験たちさんはそこにいるんですね。
ええ、10階に。
冬郎の10階。
これを。
これは
死を頼みます。おい、このおっさんを見てろ。
張さん、
早くしろ。俺様はちょっと寄るとこがある。お前先に行ってろ。
何？
じゃあ後でな。
おいね。ジョイ、頼んだぞ。
Hello everyone, welcome back to Shenmue 2. If you recall, last time we rescued Zhang from the evil clutches of Yuan. And Zhang has actually given us Zhu Yunda's real location. So, we're going to go over there and finally meet Zhu Yunda, the person we've been trying to find throughout the entire game. Zhang has given us a weird snake tortoise thing. It is a stick. We don't really know what it does, but he has given this to us. I guess this is important to finding Zhu Yunda, so we'll get to finding him in a bit.
おい、
なんだよ。
冬郎ってどこだ？
あんな気味の悪いところに行くのか？
ああ、冬郎はどっちだ？
風論城に入って左の奥にあるビルだ。今はもう廃墟だって聞いてるぜ。
わかった。
You know, on the left in the back is a bit of a vague direction, but it's kind of in the first area you go in, and it's a little bit to the rear, I guess. We'll head over to the Ghost Hall building in a moment, but first, let's do a bit of gambling, because hey, why not, we could do with some more money.
面白いぜ。花鳥風月やらねえか。どうだい？
遊ばせてくれ。
そう来なくちゃな。よし。で、兄ちゃん、いくら張る？
Now to begin with, I'm going to put a small bet, because knowing me, I never get the correct bet the first time round, so let's try this out. Aha! As expected, I did not get the correct bet. Now, logic dictates that the second time I bet, my chances of winning are even greater. So, I'm going to bet even more this time round.
遊ばせてくれ。
そう来なくちゃな。よし。で、兄ちゃん、いくら張る？
Gonna put in the maximum bet of $50.
よし。どこにかけるか決めてくれ。
ここだ。
よし。入ります。
Oh, I actually did win that. Hooray! More money for me. Which is good, because we're still a little bit low on money from, you know, buying the machine gun fist. So now we have a bit more disposable income. So let's head on over to the Ghost Hall building. The building is actually right next to the Street Fighter guy, the guy who has the monkey fighting style.
冬郎、ここの10階に修験たちが。
Let's head to the 10th floor. How hard could it be? Well, actually, it turns out it is pretty hard, so we're going to have to prep ourselves by buying a drink.
ちょっと買ってみるか。どれにするか。
It's pretty early in the morning, so let's go with green tea. I don't know, I think it might be a little bit weird if we went for Coke or something at this time in the morning. Okay, now we're refreshed. Let's head on over to the Ghost Hall building. Wait, hang on, let me say that again. Now that we're refreshed, let's head on over to the Ghost Hall building. Ooh. Now, despite the name Ghost Hall building, the Ghost Hall building doesn't actually have any ghosts in it. But it's still pretty spooky. Actually, it's not really spooky at all. It's kind of old and dilapidated and probably smells a lot. And unless you hate bad smells, isn't really that scary. Actually, it might be scary if you're afraid of heights. Woo! Heights!
とにかく10階に行こう。
Also a homeless man. Spooky homeless
すい
man.
ません。
なんだ
10階に行きたいんです。どう行けばいいんですか？
一本橋をうまく使っていきな。
一本橋？
ほら吹き抜けになってんだろ。そこを渡れるようにかかってるのが一本橋だ。落ちねえように気をつけなよ。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。
Okay, so Zuyanda is on the 10th floor, and as the homeless man says, we have to cross the planks. Of course, the elevators on this floor are pretty selective. This one only stops at floors 1 to 3, which is kinda strange, but okay. So let's take it up to the 3rd floor, shall we? I mean, you can also use the stairs, and honestly the stairs might be slightly faster, but what the hell. The elevators are here, you might as well use them. Okay, so once you're on the 3rd floor, you can keep going up, because you have to try to get to the 10th floor. So next to the elevator there are some stairs, so let's go up. The problem is the stairway doesn't go past any more than floor number 4. We have to use another staircase, and that staircase is across this gap, which we have to cross on this narrow plank of wood. So off we go!
ここの10階に修験達が渡るしかないな。
So remember the bit when we were chasing Ren through the construction site and we had to cross that tiny wooden balance board thing? This is pretty much the same thing, except you have to do it more! Careful not to get these quick time events wrong, otherwise Ryo Hazuki will die. I guess this is why they call it the Ghost Hall building, because everyone who goes in it ends up dying when they fall off these planks.
よし、10階に行くか。
You know, this seems like a problem that can very easily be solved by using larger pieces of wood. Like they've seems like they specifically chose the narrowest pieces, when it couldn't be that hard to just bloody, I don't know, hammer some planks of wood together to make a better platform, making, you know, an actual bridge. I guess, I don't know, instead some guys just got some, you know, planks and thought, whatever, these will do, and just shoved them across there without really any, like, they're not even fastened or secured in any way, so those planks can easily just fall off and you'll just die horribly. Okay, so you go up some more floors, up to the 7th floor, but again the stair stops, so you have to go across to the other side again to use the other staircase, which will allow you to go even higher.
あそこに修験達がいるのか。
There, made it safe and sound. On to the next plank of wood.
ここを渡るしか道はなさそうだな。
Yep, apparently there's no other way to cross this because we're so desperate to find Zuyuandao that we're willing to cross these tiny beams of wood across these giant chasms several stories. Oh, son of a bitch!
あそこから落ちたらただじゃ済まないな。
Yeah, it would be a mess if you fell from there. It's a good thing that you didn't, apparently. I don't really know. When you fall off, you just reappear at the bottom and Rio just says, well, it'd suck if I fell, even though he did. Although he acts as if he didn't. So I guess the game's just kind of assuming, let's pretend that never happened. But it did happen, because if you look at the time, it's still the time as it was when we fell off, and time hasn't gone back to accommodate the fact that we didn't fall off, if you get what I mean. So, I don't know, maybe Rio just survived the fall and just pretend it never happened, or maybe there's something else going on here. Maybe Rio actually died in the fall and doesn't realise. Maybe he's actually a ghost in the Ghost Hall building! Anyway, after getting across those planks of wood, I decided to check out these rooms, because hey, these rooms are kind of hard to get into. Maybe there'll be something special in there. Nope, nothing. Just pointless rooms. Fully furnished pointless rooms. You can look around and see what they have, but yep, pretty unnecessary. I mean, if you look at the other room, they had a ceiling fan that was still running, and this room has the light on. Seems pretty good condition, and they have a toy gun on the table. That's pretty neat. So apparently people still live here. It's kind of weird though. It's just in the middle of like these broken floors with no way to get to them aside from crossing the beams of wood. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I'm just going to fast forward some of the rest of this because it's more or less the same thing. You have to keep going up and up and up until you get to the 10th floor, making sure to cross the beams. As you go up, they throw more quick times at you, so it actually gets harder the more you go up. And this is actually a genuinely, I guess, tense experience, because you don't want to fuck up. Because if you mess up just once, you fall to the bottom and have to redo the whole damn building all over again. I mean, the alternative is to save your game after each plank of wood rather, so you don't have to restart from the beginning, but even then you have to reload the game each time you fall off, and even that takes a while. Okay, the last plank of wood. Sneakily, they throw a quick time event the moment you start, so you want to make sure you get that one. If you mess up once, it's straight to the bottom and you have to redo the whole climbing thing again, redoing all the planks and all the quick time events from the beginning. But we won't be doing that because Ryo Hazuki actually has really good balance, and he'll be fine. See? Great balance! Look at him balance. You see him at the Manmo Temple carrying those books? Check out that balance. That comes naturally when you learn karate and stuff. Let's check out these rooms anyway. I don't know why I decided to check. I know there's nothing in these rooms. There's never anything in these rooms, but I just feel like, because they're in such an out-of-the-way area, I feel like they kind of should have things in them, but they don't. Whatever. Let's just go and find Zuyuandao already.
Kokoda.
いよいよご対面ってわけか？
ねえ、お前どこから？
ここいらの情報屋をちょっと締め上げてな。エレベーターを動かす鍵を手に入れたんだよ。ふん。 誰もいねえじゃねえか。主君だとどこ行きやがったんだ。
落ち着けよ。
うるせえ。俺様は落ち着いてる。あのおっさんがよこした棒だな。死神獣の玄武か。なんか匂うな。
ああ、この部屋にはきっと何かがある。
俺様が外で見張っててやる。さっさと探せ。
Well, time for another one of these search the room for clues section, using our patented Hazuki investigative powers. We can't leave the room, so we're stuck here and we have to look around and try and figure out where Zuyunda has gone. Let's have a look around on his shelves and stuff.
別に変わっ
You
た
might
ところは
notice
ないな。
the door outside is labelled the Five Stars Corporation. The Five Stars Corp is the trading company that Zuyunda used to
きっとど
run.
こかに。
If somewhere in Wanchai there's actually a building called the Five Stars Building, I think. If you remember, Joy was talking about Zuyunda and said that he suddenly disappeared and he closed down his business.
中に何かあるな。
He had to close down his trading business because he went into hiding from the Chiyu men for some reason or another.
これは朱雀の絵。持っておこう。
Mind you, this isn't really the most inconspicuous hiding spot. I mean, yeah, it's hard to get to, but it's still labelled the Five Stars Corporation.
仏像か。ん？顔に穴が開いてるな。何かを差し込めそうだ。これは壺の中に入っていたやつだ。
Okay, so you can probably figure out that you're supposed to jam these sticks into those little holes in the Buddha's face, but we don't have the right sticks, so we just have to keep looking around for the sticks. Again, pressing the run button while you're in one of these rooms activates first person mode, where you can walk around in first person.
別に変わったところはないな。
Another thing that's probably more obvious if you play the Xbox version with the English dub, but it's still apparent here with the subtitles, but everyone calls him Yuanda Zu instead of Zuyunda. And that's kind of normal because when in English, or Zu is a surname, so normally you'd say his surname at the end, Yuanda Zu. But in Chinese or Japanese, you'd say Zu
玄
first.
武の棒と似たような形だな。取っておこう。
So if you were Chinese, you'd call him Zu Yuanda. The curious thing is that they kept that for the localization of Shenmue 1. Everyone called him Zu Yuanda, even though they were all speaking English. So, I don't know, it was a bit strange like that. They did that with all the Chinese names in Shenmue 1, I think. It's just when they localized Shenmue 2, they decided to fix that.
亀の甲羅か。
Personally, I keep calling him Zuyanda just because that's how he was called in Shenmue 1, and that's just what I ended up being used to.
魚の絵がついてる。取っておこう。
I got another stupid animal on a stick. We need to find some more though.
鳥かごか。中には何もないな。
I was hoping for a minor bird.
亀の甲羅か。修験達が書いたものか。何かの歴史を記したものらしいな。
Yep, the history of something. I don't know what. Something old, probably. History. Yep.
別に変わったところはないな。何かの技書みたいだな。ブリン書を作っていた時の資料なのか。
I'm trying to lock onto this book because it looks like the other two books I picked up, but it's not doing it. I don't know, maybe I just can't pick up that one. Oh well. If you remember the Hazuki Dojo back in Japan, this banner might look a little bit familiar to you.
8よ。家の道場にあったものと同じだ。何かあるな。これは竜の絵がついてる。他の棒と同じ形だ。何かの鍵なのか。取っておこう。
Well, we have quite a few of those animals on sticks, so we could try and give that Buddha statue another try. Let's jam things into some holes and see what happens.
この仏像には何か仕掛けがありそうだ。これは張さんからもらったものだ。入れる穴を間違えたか。
ったく、日が暮れちまうぜ。
少し黙ってろ。
Right, we're still missing some clues here. For starters, we've actually got more than 4 animals on sticks, so we need to figure out which ones we actually have to use and also where to put them, because putting the ones in the wrong hole just doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. Oh, what's all this then? What have we here?
この絵はレンが言ってた四神獣か。これは張さんから渡された棒に似ているな。この絵の組み合わせに何か意味がありそうだ。他の棒はこの部屋のどこかに。四神獣と何か関係があるのか。
Well, there's your answer. We just have to follow that piece of paper into the location of where to stick the different animals. First, let's have a look around on the shelf.
よく磨いてあるな。どれも高そうだな。何か手がかりになるものがあるはずだ。どれも高そうだな。見落としたところはないかな。この道着は葉月の字が縫い込まれている。もしかして親父の。なんだ。張さんに渡された棒と同じ形だ。これは虎の絵だ。取っておくか。何か手がかりになるものがあるはずだ。何か手がかりになるものがあるはずだ。
Okay, so I think we have everything we need to solve this puzzle. So, let's have a look at the order they go in. The title goes into the guy's head. So let's shove that guy there.
これは張さんからもらったものだ。よし、入った。鍵が外れたような音がしたな。あと3本入れるんだな。
Okay, next up is the dragon on the left eye.
これは八陰八陽の額の裏にあったやつだ。
Let's just jam this guy in here.
よし。鍵が外れたような音がしたな。あと2本か。
Next up, the phoenix. The phoenix goes into the guy's mouth. So let's just feed him the phoenix and see how that goes. It seems like a very Shenmue thing for Ryo Hazuki to very slowly and deliberately put in all these keys and activate the thing or whatever it is. If this was a Resident Evil game, you know, you just hop in the keys and that's it. It's just like go to menu, activate key, done. No, in this game you gotta watch the animation of Ryo Hazuki slowly putting in the key and then turning the mechanism. That's just the way Shenmue is. It's very slow paced and deliberate with the way it does things. And now we have successfully solved the puzzle of jamming all these different animal sticks into the Buddha's face. I hope he doesn't mind. Good job keeping a lookout, Ren. Oh, don't tell me he took the wooden plank route up here. Oh, nice landing. Time to take care of these losers. You can see this move I do here. It's the counter elbow assault that Su-Ying taught us. It's a counter move, but you can also use it as a move in its own right. It's not very powerful on its own though. You get more power from it as a counter. Meanwhile, check out Machine Gun Fist! Bam! It does a lot of damage and it's actually really cool. Beat that! There's a swallow flip. It's always really satisfying to do counters in these kind of games, even though they're really hard to do, so I end up just looking like an idiot as I stand there waiting for the enemy to attack me and then just kind of messing up the counter altogether. Oh, he got out of my throw. But can he get out of this? Machine Gun Fist! Bam! Ooh, yourself. Now Donu has joined the fight. Now the fight is a lot harder because he hits like a truck and every move he does knocks you over or does a lot of damage. But it's okay, we're Ryo Hazuki, we'll be fine. Uh-oh. This surrounded into a tight corner. This is hardly fair. Oh, the screen's darkening. That means I'm not supposed to win this fight anyway. Oh, a machine gun fist! Machine gun fist really seems like the move you have to say the name of as you do it.